Hey, everybody, welcome to episode number 32 of the Keep Up Podcast.
That's 3 2s for math heads.
What do you mean that's 3 2s?
It's like 3 plus 2 times,
Is 5.
right? Times 6
Is 30.
plus 2. Boom. That's why they call me the math wizard.
Nobody calls you that, but you got there. I'll give it to you. You somehow got
Thank
there.
you.
Yeah.
I like to start with a little nonsense just to make sure everybody's still alive.
Yeah, you kind of frame the podcast in nonsense. You start it with that, and then you end it with that.
It's just nice, you know? It's like a complete package.
yeah,
We have our order,
Oh, yeah,
but then there's madness.
right.
Right.
No, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chaos. You and your slurpy noises.
Who were you trying to impersonate there? Joker?
Yeah, it's a Joker. Remember when he goes...
Chaos?
Yeah, when he's... Remember? Isn't that in the Dark Knight?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Here's the thing, everybody. I do have my phone on purposefully, with purpose, on purpose.
Uh-huh. What's his purpose?
Well, okay,
Or
I'm
porpoise.
in the midst of financial terrorism. Maybe that's extreme.
That's a scary word to say while the communists are after me.
I have to sneeze, but it's not here yet.
Okay.
It'll come.
Ready, at you.
Ah!
Did you sneeze?
No.
I heard sometimes if you scare the sneezes.
I got it.
That was nice.
Woo. But I don't want all the noises. I'm waiting for a certain app support to call me back.
We're calling you out. Friday's app.
If they don't call me back, so it's it's like the worst customer service ever. This app just transferred my money somewhere, overdrew my bank account. It's a trustworthy app.
Is it now?
I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. It's a trustworthy company that runs the app. It's not like some no-name app. It is free, but anyways, I'm not going to get into particulars until I speak with them, but I am going to give them a piece of my mind, that's for sure.
It's scary when you put your money on the internet because it's almost like it's not really there. Like people could just throw numbers around and it just floats.
Exactly. And what this app does is transfer your money from one place to another really easily. I asked them to do it once. They did it. It was done. And then the following day, they duplicated the transaction. What does that sound?
eBay.
Oh, my gosh.
What do I
That
have to
freaked
pay
me
for?
out.
I thought I had the sound off. I'm sorry.
I don't like these foreign noises just popping up.
That means there's a bomb. Anyways.
So they duplicated the transaction, overdrew my bank account, and I got charged twice so far for overdrawing my bank account. And the worst part is they have no live support. You have to email them and wait for them to call you back within 1 to 3 days.
I prefer that.
Why?
Because I don't like talking to real people on the phone.
That's because you haven't had your money stolen.
I've had some interesting money situations, but when it comes to that, like when you need the money right away,
Because I literally have nothing. Like I couldn't go. I just started doing kickboxing. I couldn't go this morning because I don't have enough gas and I have no money. I have access to nothing. Not cool, app.
Not cool.
Man,
Keep
we'll
up.
see.
Disapproved. Wah, wah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I started kickboxing.
That's awesome.
It was so awesome.
So what? How'd it go? What
All
was
right,
it?
so it was super intense, and it's funny because it's a friend of mine who owns this martial arts school, and we were talking, and I was like, dude, I want to start training and stuff. He was like, well, just show up to class. And I was like, well, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, dude, just come to class. And I've known him for a long time, and I was like, all right, so I'll go check it out. So I was a little nervous because it's all, people I don't know, and it's just the common
It's just brand new.
thing
It's
to be
scary.
Exactly. So I walk in, and him and his wife's there too, she's a really good friend of mine too, and she's like, oh, come on in, like I'll show you what we do, blah blah blah, I'll get you some gloves. And so I walk in the room, and it's a big like matted room, and there's punching bags everywhere, and I'm like, okay, this is serious. And then my friend's name is Chris. He walks in and he just goes, all right, laps. And everyone starts running. And I'm like, whoa, okay, here we go.
Laps.
So I just fall in line and just start running. And I'm just following everyone. And he's like, high knees. And I know what that means because I played football for so many years. But in the moment, I like fool myself into thinking that I don't know anything. Like, even if it's a term I've heard before, when he says it in this context, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So like I look at him and he just starts doing like high knees. And then I just like give him finger guns and wink. And I'm like, thanks, man. Thanks. So anyways, it's, it's very fast paced. It's 45 to 50 minutes ish, which when I looked at the classes, I was like, that's short, but it's legit.
If you're going straight, you're working out. That's good.
It was super sweet. And then we went from that to you basically partner up, and one person has like the padded gloves and the other person has actual boxing gloves. You switch off, you do power strikes, and then you do speed strikes, which basically he'll give you a combo to do. Like the first one we did, I think, was
like left, right, X, Y or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Down, F, left, right, A, B. Start.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Nailed it. Okay. Yeah, he just gives you.
Was that the Konami code?
It was the abridged version. So yeah, the first one was like jab, cross, hook, uppercut. So you do that like. So that wasn't the very first one we did, but that's the one I remembered because it was so like confusing in my brain because it's like all new to me. But I'm just catching up to all of it. And first you do like power strikes. So you just do it as hard as you can. And then 30 seconds and there's like a timer that goes off. And then you turn to speed. So you just do that in order as fast as you can. And then you switch to gloves. We did like basically like any of Sagat's moves from Street Fighter. Like we did the power knees and then we had a thing where me and my partner, his name was Lynn, and we were on opposite sides of a heavy bag, and we were do this thing. I think Chris called it ascending roundhouse kicks. So what you do is it's all roundhouse kicks, and you both are kicking the bag at the same time, right? So you kick one, and then I forget what it's called, but you drop down on your back and roll backwards and then roll right back up and then go back into it. So you do one roundhouse kick and then drop back and come up. 2 roundhouse kicks and then drop down and go back up. Just as many as you can. We got up to 9. So
how did you do the rolls?
Dude, it's so like
weird.
My abs are killing me still because like I don't get that core strength yet, man.
No, I get you.
But it's really cool because you're just standing across from a guy just roundhouse kicking this bag, and then at one point I felt like I was gonna throw up because I didn't bring water, and
were there water breaks?
No.
Okay.
People just bring water, and in between, like when Chris is explaining like what we're gonna do next, people will grab water and stuff. So my friend grabbed me a cup of water because she's like, "Did Chris tell you to bring water?" And I was like, "No." I mean, I probably should have just known, but I didn't think about it. So she brings me a cup of water, and I like down it, and immediately we went into this like intense like knee strikes mixed in with sprints. And so I'm just like running. I had this whole cup of water, and at one point I was like, I gotta stop for a second. It's like, hold on, just give me a minute. But it was incredible. It went by pretty quick, and I was wrecked. Everything hurt yesterday.
That's awesome. The after soreness from a good workout, I like that a lot.
Yeah, and I was super bummed that I couldn't go this morning because I'm going to try to do 2 days a week. And then immediately after kickboxing, always is their Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, and it looks amazing.
Really?
I stayed after and watched it. And
do you have to like ascend to that? Do you have to like
no? I could take them both now. The way that the school works is you pay for whatever admission or whatever, and you have all classes are available to you.
Wow.
So I'm gonna do kickboxing for I'm gonna try to do like a month, get like settled into that, and then maybe start working into the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I might just do both because it's only a total of it's almost 3 hours. Wait.
Well, you said they were like 45 minutes.
They're 45 minutes, yeah. So
it's an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half.
If you do 2 classes. Anyway.
You end up, I guess, being in the building for a while because it's like there's a break in between. Anyways, it was awesome. I couldn't go today because an app stole my money and I have no gas.
Just do it here. We got a
You know what's cool is some of what he was teaching me was the kind of stuff that I've just made up while we like boxing. We have a heavy bag, listeners, and it's I knew some of the stuff. I didn't know what it was called, but he's like, "Do you know what this is?" I'm like, "No." And then he showed me, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's the thing that I do."
I call it swirly kicks.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you want a swirly kick? I'll do a swirly kick.
That's easy.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
So when you went in, did you feel like you were like halfway through a class, or did you feel like
there were a couple moments where I would just like give him an eye, like I don't know what you're talking about right now. But it's very much like built so that anyone can just walk in because he'll be like, all right, now we're going to do this. If you've never done this before, this is what it looks like. Go. And so there's a little bit of catching up, but everyone in the class was super cool. And like my partner was super like, yeah, don't worry about it. And I'd like get confused about which punch. And he's like, no, it's this one. So there's no pressure other than it's just all encouragement and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
I think the scariest thing about doing like any kind of martial arts or any kind of workout class is like being unaware of or not sure what to do and just being afraid that people are like, what's this guy doing over here?
Yeah, that's the nervousness is like, are all these people pros? But like there was one guy there was only his second class and there's like at the end you have to bow and like repeat after the like whoever is leading the class and I was like, I don't know what's happening. But I got it now and I think I'm good. And it is pretty sweet just to learn as you're going and my friend was telling me they do something different literally every single class. So I love that because my problem with working out is I'll always get into like a good regimen. Like, oh, I love this. I get up at 6 a.m. every morning and I play basketball for an hour. And then after like a week, I'm like, I'm bored.
Boring.
I don't know what to do. Or,
so,
you know?
Yeah, maybe, I mean, I know a lot of people switch it up to like leg day and arms day and all that stuff. So maybe that's why they do it so it doesn't get boring.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, honestly, like even today, this is second day after. What's today we're recording? Yeah, it's been 2 days, and everything still like I can feel it in my legs, my arms, and like my core from doing those roly polies. Man, I am telling you, it's sweet. So it just works out everything, and I like I've always wanted like a personal trainer because I work well, I think, under the pressure of someone being like, no, do this, and having some direction. Because it's not like I'm like a guy who knows all the things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're a guy who knows all the things.
But that's my news. Kickboxing, and I'm broke. So what's up with you?
You know, I'm rich and not kickboxing.
Right.
No, I don't know.
That's the life of a king.
Rich and not kickboxing.
Seated upon his throne, just not punching stuff.
Just not punching stuff. No, if I was king, I'd want to punch a lot of things.
Yeah?
I think so. And nobody could get mad at me. Well, maybe my enemies.
Well, yeah, but not for punching things.
Right.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah. Well, cool.
Yeah, I'm boring. Not
Something
much.
to shoot for. Well, I thought I would have something to say after that. I didn't really have anything.
Nope.
So what are we going into? We going
Movies.
into stuff? Movies?
Movies.
No TV.
I don't have anything.
Don't mess around with my order, bro.
I don't.
I actually have no. I don't have any.
Nope.
I don't really have any.
So movies.
I don't have any.
Okay.
Movies?
Movies.
All right. What do we even do right now?
So first I want to say, this is just a little side story.
Yeah.
The last VCR ever.
Hang on a second.
Great. He's pulling a wedgie.
No, I had my wallet was in my pocket, and it's so uncomfortable. I've almost 100% stopped carrying a wallet in my pocket.
Why?
Well,
Did you put it in the butt pocket or the...
Yeah, the butt pocket. Because side pocket's sweaty and weird.
It's sweaty.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's tight up against my leg.
My pockets don't fill with sweat, unfortunately.
I don't believe you, first of all. So, anyway, sorry. I was all...
Yeah, no, it's weird to sit on it if it's
You
in
know
your
what
butt.
I'm saying? Yeah, if it's
butt
not
pocket.
in my butt. Okay, yeah, finish that sentence. So, what are you talking about? VCRs? The last VCR
ever to be made is being made this month in Japan because they've still been making new VCR movies. You know, they've been putting movies on
VHSs.
Yeah.
Why?
Did I write it wrong?
Who has been?
Japan. They've been making the last VHS tape is what I meant to say, not VCRs, because that's the actual device.
What did you actually say? So wait, it's what are they making? The VCR or VHS tapes?
VHS tapes.
They've still been making them?
Mm-hmm. It's still been relatively popular there. They've been,
Weird.
Because, like...
Why?
I don't know. It's just they've had them, whenever they came out, 80s, 90s, and just a lot of people haven't upgraded. Maybe because it's like older generations. There's a lot of just like older people who are like, this is good enough. But yeah, they were still making good money, so they didn't stop. And this is the last month ever.
So what is it?
I have no idea.
Are they? So is it like a particular movie, or there's like a
it was a big company that used to just distribute it, and they lost way too much money, so they couldn't afford to
I
make
can't believe
it
it took
anymore.
them this long
I know,
to
seriously.
lose enough money to be like,
2016.
maybe we'll move on.
And it wasn't even that much. It was only like $2 million or something, which is not a lot compared to whatever the company's worth. But it was just funny. I thought those died out long ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, how many upgrades have we gone through?
We've at least we had DVDs, HD DVDs, and Blu-rays.
And before that, remember laser discs?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it didn't really work out, but I'm just saying that was they were moving into the disc territory.
Right.
Weren't those things the size of like records?
Laser discs were huge. I remember.
What was anyone supposed to do with those?
I have no idea. I mean, just like keeping records, I guess.
Yeah, but at
deal.
that time, I feel like records weren't like now they're back. But I feel like then I only saw them in like weird science classes that I had. Like some teacher would be like, "I got this laser disc about volcanoes." I'm like, "What the heck is a laser disc?"
I like your scientist voice.
Yeah, that was my teacher. I got this laser disc. I just changed it to Alpha from Power Rangers.
That's okay. That's a pretty good guy.
But yeah, like it's been a long time. I don't know, man. That's
I don't know.
weird.
I couldn't figure out what movie it was. They were just saying all I saw was the last VHS all over the place.
The last one ever.
Which I wonder if like profits are gonna spike because it's the like last one. So everyone's like, I want to own the last VHS ever.
Right on that one. Mm-hmm. There's a possibility.
There is.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that we're seeing like we're right at the point at the end of a generation of
That we thought ended.
I know that we thought
but yeah,
was over.
No, you're right. Like the end of that medium, which is funny because so I just started picking up some shifts at the record store I used to work at, and my first day back, I'm looking on this shelf, and it's all cassette tapes, like new ones that have just come in.
Really?
And I knew that bands have been doing like cassette tapes as a special thing for a little while, like a rare thing, a throwback. Like as records were coming back, they're like, maybe tapes will come back. Not to mention, like a lot of cars still have cassette players.
Right.
So there's a novelty to it, like a vintagey feel to it. But they're like re-releasing like Eminem's Slim Shady LP, which was like his first major release, is on cassette, and it's not like they're cheaper. They're like $15.
Oh.
And they're almost, I think they might be more expensive because it's like a novelty thing. But it's just strange. So that is a medium that's not gone yet.
Right.
I haven't seen much in the way of VHS tapes, though. That's not something that's come back.
There's been like just special, like the horror movie that came out VHS. They had VHS 1 and 2 come out on VHS just because like a special promotion.
That's
kind of
cool.
Which it was cool. But no, I haven't heard get it on VHS, DVD, iTunes, Blu-ray.
Yeah, right.
You never hear
Exactly.
VHS, so it's just funny it was just funny seeing the article. I was like, what?
Super weird.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. A little interesting tidbit.
That is quite the nugget.
Did you hear about the Pokemon movie news?
No.
So since Pokemon Go came out, the movie rights to the U.S.
Okay,
publishing-
maybe I did hear this.
Yeah. So Legendary Pictures ended up buying the rights.
Yeah.
To Pokemon movies, I guess, just in general.
Okay.
Do you know what movie they wanted to work on?
They've...
Oh, yeah, they said they know what they're doing. They're working
Okay.
on it in 2017, at least as of right now.
What is that?
Detective Pikachu.
What?
Which was a Japanese-only... I don't even know if it's out yet, but it's a Japanese-only Pokemon game where you play as a talking Pikachu that's also a detective.
That's super weird.
It's super weird. So what I gathered on the game is Pikachu and this I don't even know. Someone's with him, a boy, girl. I don't remember what it was,
Okay.
but and they solve crimes. Pikachu talks, and that's it. They solve crimes. So why pick Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, I don't know.
If you have the movie rights, why not do I don't know anything else?
Yeah, like anything else.
I mean, I can't think I would like to see a live action the first Pokemon movie. That would be pretty sweet.
Right. That's kind of... What would it look like, though?
I mean,
what would you do for the Pokemon?
CG.
Yeah.
I would think that's the best way. And I mean, even the trailer for Pokemon Go, they made the Pokemon look pretty cool.
That's true. You're not wrong.
So I think, with a big budget, they could totally make a pretty high quality, Pokemon movie.
I can't picture the tone of the movie.
Right.
There might be an awkward transfer from the anime that we know to like a live action film.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to see Ash, Misty, or Brock because they look good in anime form, but they would look really goofy. In real life.
Like if you're right. I think it'd have to be someone. You'd almost have to introduce a new character or something. Because all I can picture is like, it's either going to be like Dragon Ball Evolution or like Speed Racer, like completely over the top.
I never saw Speed Racer.
You didn't? Mm-mm. Dude, that movie is a trip.
I heard it's pretty good.
It's essentially a live action anime. It's super strange.
Really?
Yeah.
Who directed it?
The Wachowski brothers.
Oh, okay.
They were the brothers at the time.
Yeah. Are they the sisters now?
Yeah, Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's weird, man.
It's just, hey.
Like one came out as transgender, and then like a week later, the other one
the other
did.
one's like,
And I
oh, me
was like,
too.
Yeah, me too, man. So yeah, now they're the Wachowski sisters.
I guess so.
Wait, is it Wachowski?
Wachowski?
Yeah. I didn't know if I was mixing up like Mike Wazowski for a minute. the Wazowski brothers.
The Wazowski.
But yeah, the Wachowski brothers did it, and it's dude, we'll have to watch that. It's wacky, but it's super over the top. Like it just embraces the silliness of like how anime can be, like the over the topness.
Of course. I like that. I like when they embrace it, when it feels goofy and
it's super bright and colorful, and there are moments that slow down with like a weird background all of a sudden, but it's all live action. John Goodman's in it.
Why?
Oh, speaking of which, I'm sorry, Pokemon.
That's about it. I was just saying Detective Pikachu is very interesting.
Okay, yeah, that's super weird. I don't even know what I want for a Pokemon movie. I don't think it's that. And that's going to be but it's stupid to even be like, oh, it's going to be stupid or it's not going to be good or because I'm sure if they messed it up, that would be real dumb.
That would be, but I think it would be hard to mess it up because I think everyone would just be excited to see the Pokemon.
That's what I mean. So like I feel like it's got to be good.
I mean, everything's got to be good.
I know, you're right. I'm dealing with about zero logic right now. I'm just kind of saying things.
I like it.
That's very strange.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see. So they're talking about starting production 2017?
Yes.
Okay. Detective Pikachu. Animated? Do we know anything about?
I don't know.
That's my assumption. But
I would think it might be live action because that's kind of what the game's like. Like it's Pikachu in the like human world, which I guess that's what Pokemon is. But I don't know if there's even other Pokemon in that game. I don't. Since it was Japanese only for now, anyways.
That is real strange. I'll have to look up the game a little bit and see. That is a weird choice for sure.
Yep.
But I'm sure they had reason behind it. It's probably not just one dude like, hey, let's throw this one.
I want him.
He's got a detective hat. It's funny.
I like him.
Detective Pikachu.
All right, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like drunk Bill Cosby. But anyways, John Goodman reminded me, I just watched the Kong Skull Island trailer.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh my gosh, dude, what? How did you not watch it?
I
watched it like on accident last night, so I shouldn't say anything. But it's basically like Marvel presents Kong.
What? What does that
Dude,
even
the
mean?
whole cast it's Tom Hiddleston, it's Brie Larson, who just got cast as Captain Marvel.
Okay.
And John C. Reilly.
What the heck?
Who's in Guardians. I thought there was one other one. I was like, this is just the entire Marvel universe. And okay, so you haven't seen it. John Goodman's in it too. It looks incredible. It's from the producers of Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like that scale, that tone. I loved Godzilla. I know it's super long, and I know that it's super long, and they make you wait for Godzilla,
which I think in the end was worth it. Like I think that was a smart decision.
Was absolutely worth it. If we're just talking,
right.
So good. But go on.
I was just gonna say that there's a new Japanese Godzilla movie coming out this year.
I heard about that.
Resurgence. Which is funny because we just had Independence Day.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
I think it's Godzilla Resurgence. But it's like, I guess it's supposed to be in the same vein as the newest Godzilla.
Okay.
It's from the original creator of Evangelion.
Oh,
Neon Genesis,
all right, yeah.
Evangelion. So it's supposed to be like, it's going to be intense, I guess. Honestly, I have no idea. But
all I saw was a friend posted something about it. It was like, this actually looks amazing. I didn't watch it because I'm lazy. But
anyways, Kong Island. What's it called? Kong?
It's called Kong Skull Island.
Skull Island.
I believe that's the full title. And he is you get a couple glimpses of Kong, and he's just the biggest he's ever been.
Whoa.
I think like they show. Which kind of like New Godzilla, I think, is the biggest he's ever been, like the largest scale. So same thing, they made him huge. They go to this island, and that's it. I mean, the trailer's just super intense. It has a similar, like, even color palette to, remember, like, the early Godzilla posters where it's, like, the guys jumping out of the helicopters, and it's all, like, fiery looking.
Yeah.
And, it has that kind of same feel to it. And but the cast, like, I know I just said it briefly, but John Goodman, Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, John C. Reilly, like, it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked.
Do you think it's like a reboot? Or do you think it's connected
That's
to
a really
the
good
last
question.
one?
I never saw the Peter Jackson one.
I saw like half of it and fell asleep.
Really? It's super long, isn't it?
I played the game, so that's good enough for me.
Oh, really? Was it any good?
At the time, it was good, but it's
Samuel L. Jackson's the other one that's in it.
Of course.
It's literally like the whole...
Nick Fury is directing friggin' everyone.
Yeah. It's so funny. But yeah, I never saw that full one. I mean, it looks like a completely different tone, a completely different movie. And I think it's like the first I think it's a discovery of Kong in the movie.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because King Kong's a beginning to end story, right? Like, does it end? Well, you didn't see the end.
Well, I mean, I know how
We know
King Kong ends.
Right, so it's got to be just a new one.
Right. I think because what that sounds like, from what I've heard, it sounds like it's going to be a universe, because then they're going to have Godzilla versus King Kong.
Are they? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I don't know if...
Oh, that makes sense. That's why it's the same producers and whatnot.
Right. So I don't know if they're going to keep him alive at the end for the sake of the battle movie.
Sure hope so.
I know.
I'm excited about that, man. Like, Marvel's opened up the doors for so many things.
So
like,
many strange universes. Like, there's the new Universal Monster universe they're starting.
Is that happening?
Yeah, they have The Mummy that's coming out. Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe's going to be in that. Yeah, I know, seriously.
Holy crap, I just got so excited. Really?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I love Tom Cruise. Can we talk about Tom Cruise for a minute?
I love that man.
I think there are people who like just think he's crazy, don't like him or whatever.
Doesn't matter. He's wicked good at all the movies.
He's like one of the best actors. Dude.
In everything. I want to have a Tom Cruise night and watch everything he's ever been in.
Would that even be possible? That would not be a Tom Cruise
right,
night.
It would be like a week. I noticed he's in a lot of movies that I like haven't even heard of, that I don't even know about.
And he's so good. Like, even the movies like what's the Alien one that was the remake?
Remake. I was just thinking Edge of Tomorrow.
They come from the ground. The aliens.
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Like, that movie was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed it. I know some people weren't really into it, but he's so good in it.
He's so good.
So good. Anyway, so yeah, that's weird that they're doing that universe. But you can't, I mean, Marvel did that, right? I know we talk about Marvel a lot, but like, you can't not give them credit for the whole universe thing, the film universe thing, right?
Yeah, I can't think of any situation before that where there was like a universe, I guess. Like, there are movies that have continuations, like, you know, multiple sequels and stuff.
Yeah, obviously but that's still a single film franchise.
And it doesn't like connect to separate movies that are all
like
come together.
And now it's like, I don't know if it's just because people have seen it be successful, like it's actually possible, but it's amazing that it took as long as it did for it to happen, but it's so good now.
It's so good.
What else do you have for movie stuff? Because there's things, but you lead us.
Okay. So last night I went to the movie theater.
Oh yeah, what did you see? You're just like, I'm at the movies, it's a secret.
Because I know it'll be surprising. It'll be good to talk about it. So I went to the movies last night.
Right.
I sat down in the seats.
Okay.
We ordered our tickets online.
That you lost me. The order doesn't seem to make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Did you sit in the seats and then order the tickets? That's
we
sweet.
were just like, and order. No,
Okay.
it was a very last minute thing. My friends texted me and they're like, dude, did you know this was out tonight? And I was like, no, let's go. And then,
Oh, I know what you saw. Why didn't you invite me?
because you were like, oh, I'm busy being Brett.
What time did you go?
It was like 10 o'clock is when it started.
Oh my gosh. I'm actually wicked angry right now.
Dude, every time I invite you to the movies, you're like, oh, I'll think about it.
It's
And then
happened twice.
and then it happens
It's not
the
my
day
fault
of.
I had plans. Last night I was home.
I don't know what time you came home, but
Oh my god.
I assumed you were going to be out late because Mom was babysitting the kids, and it was just all this stuff. And let me tell you, it was very last minute. We decided to go at like 7:30. So
Quiet. I'm forgiving you right now.
you sent me a skull the other day too. I was like, oh, it's a mystery.
It's a process.
Anyways,
Forgiveness.
instead of keeping this going, prolonging the inevitable,
How was the Killing Joke?
it was sweet. Yes, it was the Killing Joke that I saw. It was, 2-day special theater
Where?
showing. It's called AMC. It's the AMC Theater in Methuen.
Oh,
so
okay,
it was
yeah.
Lowe's originally, but
Big comfy seats?
big comfy seats.
Yeah.
I realized AMC has all these comfy seats because the theater I went for another movie I saw this week also had comfy seats. I know there's freaking tornado
It's
upstairs.
crazy upstairs.
But had, nice reclining seats, and it was awesome.
Was it the red ones?
Yes, the red ones.
That's
and
the
there's,
theater I've been to.
There's 4 buttons on the left, and you can
Yeah.
have the recliner. You
What?
can lean back. It's like the future of movie going.
So nice.
I don't want to go anywhere else now.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, so good. So, I mean, have you read The Killing Joke?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went in expecting the Killing Joke, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So right before the movie starts, you get this cool little introduction, cool little like short, I don't know, like 10-minute documentary piece on
Okay.
freaking Joker voice. I had his name and I totally
Mark
forgot
Hamill?
it. Mark Hamill. There we go. My brain just exploded. So he was talking about how he transitioned from Joker being in the animated to Arkham to now, and he said like he has matured as a character and stuff. It was just cool little.
That is cool.
At this point, I think theater only short you get at the beginning for doing this because it's like a special event. So after that, the movie starts, and it almost feels like 2 movies when you go into it.
Okay.
Because the first half is a Batgirl movie. They're like kind of giving her own just like story, just her own single story. So they're developing her basically is what
Yeah.
they were trying to do to get into the Killing Joke.
Okay.
So her arc was pretty cool. It felt random because I just expected just Killing Joke. But like the first half has almost nothing to do with Killing Joke. I think they had it strictly to just introduce her character and develop her. So that was okay. It was pretty cool. The animation's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen better from DC.
I've heard that, which is weird.
It's because it kind of. Have you seen any of the newer Scooby-Doo movies? Or even up to.
The one that comes to mind is like Zombie Island.
No,
Like,
no, that's like high quality. It's very good.
Okay.
There's Zombie Island. There's The Witch's Ghost. There's the Alien one, and then there's like Cyber Chase.
I don't think
You
I've
didn't
seen
see
that.
any of those.
No.
So it kind of had that feeling of the newer Scooby Doo animated,
Okay.
a little higher quality than that. But like it's just I don't know. It was good. It was good, but I know I've seen better from DC. But that's fine. It didn't take away. It was fine.
Yeah.
So the movie itself was really good. I really liked it. I especially liked the Killing Joke half of it because it was just pretty faithful to the comics. They had a few differences here and there, but overall they did it pretty well.
Sweet.
I'm trying not to spoil too much for anybody, but
I know, because it was limited theater release, right?
yeah, and it's out today. It came out right after, so
Out where?
you can just buy it anywhere.
Really? Interesting.
It is interesting.
I wonder if I can get it at work.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's on iTunes and stuff.
You're on iTunes.
Thank you.
You really are.
Thanks. Oh yeah. Shut up.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay.
It was good. I'm trying to like keep
Compare it to other.
DC animated.
Yeah. Like, how did you feel overall?
It's I would probably place it like right in the middle. Like
Really?
because I know like I've really liked the Wonder Woman one. That one's really good. So good. Justice League War was pretty good. Yeah, I think it's just right in the middle. Like it feels like it would be like a transition movie from the not so good ones to the good ones, You know, like this
Okay,
is
I
the
see what
one
you're
you
saying.
would plop in the middle. It's like, oh, they're starting to get better. They're starting to get it, but this is way after all the good
I
ones.
wonder why that is, because this is like, first of all, there was so much buildup, which may be just because it's rated R.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll
too.
have to talk about that. And it's so late in the game, and they've done so many good ones already. So it seems weird that this just wouldn't be like the best one, you know?
I feel like they wanted to rush it out because Star Wars just came out, and Mark Hamill is very popular right now because of Star Wars.
Interesting.
So they probably wanted to get him, because he after Arkham, he said he's done doing the Joker voice unless they do a Killing Joke movie.
Oh,
And so, that's the only way to get him back. So apparently this is the last time he'll ever do the voice. Because he said
Wow.
he was, the animated was, the kid version. Arkham was more adult teen, and then this was like the perfect Joker for him, the sick, twisted, messed up Joker that
Yeah.
he wanted to play.
and how does that play on the movie? Is he legit? Like,
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of his best performances. Him and the other guy, I wish I knew names, Kevin Conroy.
Oh yeah.
They, obviously they're
I
dynamic.
want to see it just to hear them.
Right.
Like,
It's if this is their swan song for their last time doing these characters, it's totally fine. Because there's a lot of cool speeches in The Killing Joke that is really great to actually hear them. Reading
Yeah.
them in the book, it's cool.
Yeah.
But when you actually hear them, it's really, really cool. So that was it was great hearing them. They did awesome.
Yeah. And the controversy I've been reading a lot about.
The little bound chicka wow wow.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, how big of a deal is it?
To me, it didn't bother me very much. It seemed.
To clarify for anyone who doesn't know, there is, I guess, slight spoiler if you haven't read it already, but in The Killing Joke,
I don't remember it in the comic though.
I don't either. I think that's part of why it was controversial. But there's a scene of overt intimacy between Batman and Barbara Gordon.
Right. Which has
Batgirl.
that ever happened before?
Not to my knowledge.
Because I know she's dated Nightwing. I think it was Dick Grayson at the time.
Okay.
I know they've had relationships and stuff, so I understand why people are kind of mad because I guess she's not with him or whatever. I don't know.
It sounds. I'll ask you this: does it make sense like when you're watching it?
Yeah, I mean it kind of leads to the point. Little spoiler here, not much, but this leads to the point where she quits being Batgirl because of this new relationship that she wanted to form with him.
Because it sounds random to me. It sounds like that's weird.
In the context, because I mean, just the first half of the movie's random, just the Batgirl.
Sure.
You could totally split the movie in half and have a Batgirl movie and have The Killing Joke. Obviously I didn't do that, but it makes sense. It leads her to the point where she's like, I don't want you worrying about me. Like if they're in a relationship.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's it makes sense. Little random, but
Yeah.
whatever. So that R-rated, first DC R-rated animated movie, and it's totally fitting. It's The Killing Joke had to be R-rated because of the materials they deal with and stuff, and you could totally see it. Lots of blood, lots of bad scenes, I should say.
Really.
Yeah, there's, I guess, I don't remember it happening in the comic, but there's a scene, the scene with Barbara. I guess the Joker undresses her and does not good things, and they kind of depict that in the movie as well. And it's just, I don't know, it seems to be a lot more adult in the movie as opposed to the comic. So it's
Probably because you're watching it happen.
Right.
It just automatically has like that, like, it
Yeah.
just kind of brings it to a next
right,
level.
and I think that's why it was R, because it's very
Yeah, it had to
adult
be, of
theme
course.
and stuff. So, and yeah, it's solid. It's like I said, right in the middle. It's not the best, not the worst. Just
Yeah.
plop it right in. And the ending.
Okay. Stop talking.
Yeah. If you've seen the comic, it's or read the comic, it's like I don't know. It may help you or it may make you be like, wait, what? It's it's just like the comic, but a little different. I
That,
guess.
I'm sure, sounds very confusing.
Yeah. If you haven't read it, it won't make sense. But so yeah, it was cool. It was cool seeing it in the theater. It looked really, really nice.
Yeah. So that's out of theaters now.
Yes, it was just a 2-day special event, which
Right.
those events are cool. 'Cause-
Yeah. It sounds cool. It
Yeah.
sounds like it would have been cool to go to one of those days.
Yeah. I bet it would have.
So, well, let's stay on the DC thing then. Justice League trailer.
Justice League trailer.
I think. Okay, let me just say this. I'm super excited about all of DC's upcoming projects. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked. I don't really think they're trying to be Marvel. I don't think they're ripping anybody off. I think it's cool that we get a bunch of new superhero movies, and I'm glad that it feels different than the Marvel stuff. The thing I'll say about the Justice League trailer is the tone is weird. It's super strange because like I don't have a problem with the more like personable moments with Bruce Wayne. I think that's okay. Like there's a moment in the trailer where he and Wonder Woman have a little back and forth. It's funny, but like having like the White Stripes play over a trailer that's kind of like quippy and like Barry Allen is, which that's good. I think that's good. But then, like, maybe it's just Bruce seems a little weird to me.
You told me the other day, he's like Tony Stark. He's like Tony Stark.
He's totally got like this Tony Stark feel. A little less overtly like Tony Starky,
right?
But still has that feel to him. And he shouldn't.
He could though. I mean, he is kind of that rich playboy, type of character. Bruce Wayne,
right? Okay, you're right.
In certain comics and shows and stuff, he has been, kind of forward, kind of like.
That's interesting. I guess. Yeah, that's a good point actually, because I'm even thinking of like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne in the movies is a little more like jokes and like
right.
Conversations of like almost like talking down to people in like a funny way.
Right.
So I guess maybe that's a little more Bruce Wayne and I'm just thinking Batman. But I think, honestly, it's the song. Like the trailer almost felt like the Suicide Squad trailers where it's got this like rock and roll feel to it. And like, I want it to be more
serious.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because Batman versus Superman was very serious.
Totally was.
So it may be like, maybe getting your hopes up that all DC movies would be kind of serious. Maybe that's just what you're expecting. Although Suicide Squad was obviously not that at all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But
I think they've kept that the whole time.
Right.
And I'm excited about Suicide Squad.
Right.
I think it's a completely different thing. I don't really know what I wanted for the Justice League trailer, but I just feel like the song and the tone of it is a little weird. There's some super cool moments. I really love how they depict Barry Allen moving fast. I think that looks really cool. Aquaman, I think Aquaman looks the coolest.
Really?
Yeah, I'm most excited about him.
I wonder if he's going to have a suit. I wonder what he's going to be wearing.
I think it's just like his tattoos and stuff.
That's a suit.
Yeah, doesn't he? They showed him in Dawn of Justice, and he has like, I don't think he's gonna have like a full bodysuit necessarily. I think he's gonna be muscly and have tattoos.
Muscly
pants.
And pants.
Definitely pants.
Not
Maybe just
trunks.
a Speedo.
I hope not.
That's what Namor wears.
Freaking
just
Namor.
like that green Speedo with little ankle wings.
What does Aquaman wear? He's got the orange and then
like the orange and green. It's like the I don't know what you call them, but it's like cap suit with the little plates. You know what I'm talking about? Little tiny
little plates.
What are those called?
Little polymorphic.
Little sequins.
Hydroxin.
The tiles.
Corruption.
Little body
plates.
feathers.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I get what you're talking about.
But yeah, I just think he looks wicked cool, and I'm stoked at the possibility of some ocean scenes. Some really cool ocean scenes.
I wonder if he's going to call whales.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah, he's just going to drop whales on his
Yeah,
enemies.
that's what I'm hoping.
But I'm just whatever. Like, I'm excited about it. And
I'm glad we got to see something. I wasn't expecting anything for a little while, at least.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. So there's that. We got the Wonder Woman trailer. I think that looks amazing. A lot of people are saying it looks just like Captain America. I don't really care because the stories have similarities.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think they're ripping off Marvel. I think these characters have always had similarities, and now you just need to shut up and enjoy the Wonder Woman movie that's coming out.
I think the fans are getting the best of everything.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is everyone crying about?
Seriously, we're getting movies from both universes. DC does not have to do these movies at all. There's no reason there. I mean, obviously to make money and stuff, but you know, we live in a time where we get to see a Wonder Woman movie right next to a Spider-Man movie. Like, that's incredible.
I'm so excited for the Wonder Woman movie. I seriously am so stoked.
Wonder Woman is just somehow one of the coolest DC characters.
She's so cool. And Chris Pine's in it. I love Chris Pine.
Yep.
I think I think that movie, that trailer, tone-wise, was like pretty much what I expect. And partially it's because of the animated Wonder Woman movie. I think it's going to be really similar. What's his name? I can't remember Chris Pine's character's name.
Dude with the eyes.
I forget. But whatever, it's going to be great. And so then we got the new Doctor Strange trailer.
I still haven't seen any trailers.
You haven't watched any of the trailers?
No.
It's honestly, I'm mad at you.
I understand.
Why haven't you? Are you avoiding it?
I don't know.
You need to stop.
It's hard for me to watch trailers. I just have a hard time like going to YouTube and being like, trailers.
Okay, well, after the podcast is over, I'll help you watch a trailer.
I heard it has an amazing, like, I don't know, combat scene or something. I read it was like
I'm not telling you anything.
It was like New York being twisted. I don't know. It's some amazing scene that I heard of. But
yeah, sounds cool, doesn't it? You should watch it.
I should, but I haven't.
Well, I bring that up because I've heard the comparisons and being like, see, this is how you do like a trailer. This is what the movie should look like, blah, 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 like comparing it to the DC stuff. And honestly, I just think I think Marvel's experience is showing like what is this? Their Doctor Strange is going to be like their 14th, 15th movie in the MCU.
It's definitely older.
And I feel like they've just gotten better with the exception of Iron Man 3, which I don't really understand. But I think it's clear that Marvel, I don't know, maybe it's their team, their production team. They just have like a serious grasp on what they're doing. Not to say that DC doesn't. I don't know like what's going on over there. I know that sometimes tone-wise it's weird. I know that I had to see Batman versus Superman twice to solidify the fact that I really liked it. But I think it's because of outside media stuff.
Yep,
I think
always
it's
is.
people like influencing like, oh, this isn't going to be good. And there are people who will complain about every single DC movie, but I kind of have an anticipation of them getting better and better. I don't know for sure. We'll see.
Well, I mean, Marvel also had their rough patches with their movies, you know, Fantastic Four.
Totally.
Those weren't reviewed well.
It wasn't Marvel Studios, though.
That's true. But I guess it's just like kind of their past. Like,
right, I was going to say that almost gets there, like, because it's not Marvel Studios, everyone's like, oh, yeah, but that wasn't, you know what I mean? But I liked Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But you hated it. You gave it a 2.
The new Fantastic. I was talking about the older ones. Because that's like part of their past and stuff. But yeah, that Fantastic
Spider-Man.
Four. No, that's you wipe that under the rug and burn the rug.
Burn the rug. So, anyways, lots of new stuff coming out. And this is all coming from Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, just releasing so much new stuff. They released a new Suicide Squad trailer, too, and it was like the last Suicide Squad trailer. And I watched it, and it was like so lame compared to the other ones.
Really?
Yeah, it was just boring. Like, it didn't really give you anything new. You see Amanda Waller for like a couple minutes.
Minutes?
No.
You're sitting there like,
just like
any day now.
Yeah, it's like, just more seconds. Just
that's fine. At this point, I'm just waiting for the movie.
Exactly, me too. I'm like, I don't, and that's what was weird. They were like, oh, new Suicide Squad trailer, and I was like, this isn't any like better than any of the other ones.
Right,
so I don't know why it didn't like reveal anything. But whatever. Yeah, I'm just stoked about the movie.
It's probably because the movie's so close to coming out, they don't want to. Do anything else.
But like,
Batman's in Suicide Squad, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm excited to see.
Yeah,
because you haven't seen any footage on it. Nobody has.
No,
that I know of, anyways.
It was like a picture of him standing on a car or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. That's all I got. I haven't seen any movies or anything.
I got another movie.
What do you got?
Well, you were talking about Chris Pine, so I'll just ooze right over.
Gross.
Into Star Trek Beyond.
I heard it was garbage.
Really?
I literally read someone say it was not good.
This is the most well-reviewed Star Trek movie that's come out. Part of the new series, anyways.
This person that I read from is dumb.
They're garbage, Brett.
Possibly.
Garbage only talks about garbage.
Ah.
You know,
it's like real recognize real.
What?
Garbage recognize garbage.
What? Anyways.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. This one was really good. It did, all the things a Star Trek movie should do. It gave everyone some screen time. it gave me
That's good.
happy feelings.
It gave you happy feelings. It looked incredible.
It is. It's very much akin to the original series. It's just I know that's kind of a shut up. It's kind of
I was never a Star Trek fan.
right, and that's I wasn't until I watched the new movies.
Same.
Same.
For me.
Anyways, yeah. So I watched the new movies, and then I went back and watched the original series, and I really like the original series. It's a little dated now. Yeah, I understand the squints because
Interesting.
It's dated and.
I mean, it's probably fine. I don't think I was old enough to understand sci-fi at the time. Mm-hmm. I also wasn't a Star Wars guy. I didn't see Star Wars until like a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago was last year. You watched it.
Well, last year I watched them all the way through. The first time I actually watched New Hope was probably like 8 years ago.
Wow,
8 or 9 years ago.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
I was like 2.
When you watched it.
No, 8 or 9 years ago.
Shut up. So, where do you rate it in the trilogy?
I would say it was better than the.
I think I just said trilogy weird.
No, it sounded.
I was like, trilogy.
Trilogy. So I think the first one's my favorite, then the third one, then the second one.
Really?
Which seems to be the general consensus. Everybody agrees. And I don't know why the second one, everyone gives a bad rap.
I think it's one of those things where, like, just because it's your least favorite doesn't mean you don't like it.
Right. And it's, I mean, it's definitely not my least. I mean, it is obviously in this
Comparatively,
list,
but it's
right.
still a great movie. Yeah.
It's still good. And this one was awesome. It just, I think one of the coolest things about it was you get to see a lot of team ups that you don't generally see in the other two movies.
That's cool.
So, like in this one, you get Bones and Spock working together.
Okay.
And they start, developing their relationship a bit more. And, you get to see more of their stories, their past, and how they collide with each other. So I thought that was really neat. And other characters, it's Scotty, which is Simon Pegg,
Yes.
and the new alien chick. I can't think of her name, but they work really well together. Anyways,
Wait, is it not? When you start a sentence about a person and then you forget their name?
Yes, Simon Pegg.
I said her.
Oh,
I know Simon Pegg.
No,
the girl, the Zoe Saldana. Is she not in it anymore?
oh, she's in it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah. Who does she work with? She works with Sulu. They have their
cool.
little team up.
That's sweet.
It is. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's it's not very much because they kind of get separated and stuff. But so yeah, the special effects were amazing.
Really?
It was really top notch stuff, which was awesome. And even the set design was awesome. There's a lot of like destroyed ships that they're like crawling through and stuff, and you could tell they spent a long time working on it, and it totally shows. So yeah, the set was awesome. The special effects were awesome. Story was pretty cool. Not the strongest. It's a lot like the first and second, where it's just like this planet Earth. It's not Earth though. It's just a space station, but size of Earth.
Right.
But there's humans and everybody, a bunch of different aliens. Everybody's together. So the main bad guy wants to destroy that civilization, and that's kind of the same story of all the other ones, I guess. So the story's kind of cool. It's just is what it is.
Something to drive the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just totally worth a watch. The theater I saw it in was awesome too. Like the screen was super high quality, and I got to recline all the way back and lay down and watch it. I think the theater is a big part of seeing any movie.
Absolutely.
If the seat's comfortable, I think the movie gets like an extra 5 bonus points.
To me, it's the equivalent of like seeing live music.
Right.
Like, I love listening to music on my own, but if I can go see the band, that's sweet.
Live's kind of weird. I don't know if I ever liked seeing or listening to anybody live.
Ever?
I don't think so.
Have you ever been to a show, though?
I've been to a few,
Yeah.
just over like time. And then on YouTube, you can watch live performances.
But that's different.
It is different, you're right. But I feel like they don't sound as good as the full prepared song.
It depends.
I
Totally
guess
depends on the band. And sometimes that's part of the fun because it's something different live than you would listen to all the time.
That's true.
It's a unique experience.
I need to go to one that's like not one of your shows.
Yeah, have you ever gone to like to see like someone that you like?
I know, like when we do the Esplanade and stuff, you can hear sometimes like you can see people and stuff, but I can't think of anybody that I actually like super like.
Yeah, you don't even like music.
Nah, well, I like music.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Like Sonic.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gon' let it get to me. I'm just gon' creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear.
How many people do you think just got confused when you said the word esplanade?
Esplanade. What's it called? Esplanade?
No, that's what it is. I'm just saying, I don't think everybody knows what that is.
It's pretty big. It's a big 4th of July event.
But what do you think people think the phrase "when we do the esplanade" means?
It means when we are... They got to know we're at least in the Esplanade. When we do it, we're there.
Tim meant when we work in Boston at events sometimes.
In the Esplanade. It's not foreign, Brett, like your face.
I'm just saying, maybe some people don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Star Trek Beyond was sweet.
It looks great. I really want to see it, but nobody invites me to the movies ever. So,
let me say, I did invite him.
You did invite me to Star Trek,
and
actually.
he was like, "Oh, 2:30, maybe I'll show up." And it's like 5 in the afternoon. And he's like, "When are we seeing Star Trek?"
No,
I
couldn't
You
go.
missed it, man.
I couldn't go. I was in Manchester, and I couldn't go.
Oh my God, the Pokemon at the theater for Pokemon Go. I caught so many awesome Pokemon. Oh my God, I got the Marowak, which was awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Cool.
I got like a Ghastly. I got a bunch of cool ones. Anyways, it was cool.
That was pretty sweet. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad. Do I have any other movies?
Yeah, see, I got nothing in movies right now.
Nope. That's all I got. We can go to games.
Yeah.
Okay.
What have you played?
I haven't played. Well, I've played a few things, but I want to talk about something first. 2 new Sonic games were announced.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about
for
this.
the 25th anniversary of Sonic, I think.
You must be flipping your freaking lid, my
I was
friend.
pretty excited.
Yeah.
Because Sega, Sonic Team, whoever made a deal with Nintendo that they would make, I think it was 5 Sonic games for Nintendo systems.
Okay.
So they came out with Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom for the DS, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, I think another Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. There's one more that I can't think of. Lots of games that I couldn't. I mean, I guess I could play, but they weren't very good, so I didn't get them. So the deal's over. So now we're gonna get the newer Sonic games on Xbox One and all that stuff. And they showed 2 of them. One is called Sonic Mania.
Okay.
Which look amazing.
Really?
It's the original, all the original assets from the earliest Sonic games. You know, Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Just made with new levels. You can play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. So I don't know if they each have their own campaigns or they're each...
That would be sweet.
It would be sweet. And yeah, they're just making a new old Sonic game, I guess. It's like, you know, it's the 2D Sonic in this new world.
So it's kind of like what they did with Mega Man 9 and 10.
Exactly, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yes. And he has a new like spin dash move where he jumps in the air and you press X, he'll drop and do the spin dash. So so instead of pressing, down A or whatever, you just jump and then do it.
Gnarly.
And he'll crush through things. So at least Sonic, they haven't showed Tails or Knuckles. If they
I'm sure they'll all have their own unique thing. That's super cool, especially the idea of getting new new levels. I should say.
Yeah, they showed off. One looks new. One looks like Green Hill remade.
Okay.
But one looks new and really cool. And Sonic has these kind of cool effects now. Like when he's going really fast, you start to see like multiple Sonics, like a wave. He's going so fast. So obviously they're gonna have new.
I love
effects.
little upgrades like that.
Yeah, and I'm super excited because they tried to bring Sonic back with Sonic 4. Which that was, I know that's the look most people
I don't even
give.
remember that ever happening.
It was just like an arcade title where they were trying to make it in the vein, obviously a sequel to Sonic 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But it was, 3D or 2.5D. So it's imagine Sonic 1, but the model's 3D and the world's 3D, but it's only 2D. So think Sonic Generations.
Yeah.
When you play as 2D Sonic. Or classic Sonic.
Okay, yeah.
So that was the vibe it was getting. It didn't do very good. I liked them. I played through them both, and they were good. There's 2 parts, part 1 and part 2 for some reason. I don't know why.
Strange.
So I'm glad they're doing Sonic Mania because it's just going back to the roots, the very beginning. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it just looked really cool. The trailer's sweet, and they have new music, which sounds awesome.
Which you're very excited about.
I'm very excited. Yes.
Surely be hearing that on the Keep Up in the future.
Yes.
So what's the other one?
It doesn't have a name yet. It's just unannounced.
Oh, right. This sounds like The Secret.
Yes, the secret one. And the trailer is Sonic, and he's staring at this like city that's on fire, and he looks very mad. So he starts running towards the city, and you see these two giant Eggman robots like destroying it. So then he goes in and does a bunch of jump flip tricks, and then all of a sudden, I know it's so radical. And then all of a sudden, classic Sonic shows up and jumps in the air, and he's like, like finger guns or whatever he does, thumbs up. So it gives you the vibe that it's Sonic Generations 2.
Okay.
It could be. So yeah, it's just modern Sonic, classic Sonic doing something. That's really all they give you. And they were like, join the resistance. And then they obviously show the website and say 2017. So I'm pretty excited if it's Generations 2.
Yeah.
Because Generations was really cool.
Dude, that sounds like a lot of new Sonic for you.
A lot of new Sonic. I'm still waiting for Sonic Adventure 3. If that ever gets announced, that's like, I will die.
Yeah.
I will die.
I'll never see you again.
Yeah, that's the end of that. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3 was also that, just waiting for it to be announced.
Right.
And it was announced, and I cried that day.
You cried?
For hours. No, the trailer itself gave me, like, super goosebumps. I've never been so, like, just surprised. Because they announced it at E3. So I'm just watching the PlayStation conference, and all of a sudden you start hearing the Kingdom Hearts music, because I had my headphones, and I was like, I like, fanboyed
what
everywhere.
What if they announce... Sonic Adventure 3 for VR.
No, I'd throw up. That would be incredible. I wouldn't even know what it would be like.
I don't know either. All you see is spinning.
That would be
Like
the whole
just
thing.
world spinning.
Blah. Yeah, there's one game coming out called Ace Combat. That's like the jet for VR, and I'm really excited, but I don't know how I'm going to feel.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because obviously you're in jet, so you'll be like going straight down, and you can do flips and all that stuff, so... How does that even translate to VR where you don't die?
You're going to like be crashing into stuff in your room.
Oh my God, I'm going to be like down the stairs. Like,
Tim, you're in the kitchen. You descended an entire floor. What are you doing? That's cool. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, that's exciting.
It is. I'm really glad. And they announced it for the new Nintendo console, the NX as well. Which so many rumors have been coming out about that. Have you heard the newest one?
No.
So they're saying
really heard much.
Right now, what people think the console is, it's going to take cartridges. I think we talked about that a little.
I don't know if we did. That sounds like news to me.
Oh, okay. So it's been a rumor for a while that it's going to take cartridges.
Okay.
There must be a benefit to the cartridges. I don't see why they would go back to it.
They don't get scratched.
Can it hold more data than because I know they did the transition because it was cheaper from cartridges to discs.
Okay.
But I don't know anything about memory or whatever.
Right. I suppose it's possible. I mean, look at like the thumb drives you can get with like so much space on them, and they're little.
Yeah, they are pretty small. Like even the SD cards, you can.
Right.
You can hold.
So maybe.
Yeah. So that seemed a little weird, but so I guess what the console is, it's a portable console like the 3DS. But
really?
But it plugs into a TV.
Weird.
And apparently, this is all rumors, nothing's true.
Yeah.
But apparently the controllers, so you have the screen. So think the Wii U gamepad. You know how that is, with the screen and then the controls on each side. So it's that, but the controls are removable. So you place the screen down and then you remove the controls, and it's like two like Wiimotes almost.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
That is weird.
But it supposedly has the capability. A lot of games are going to be on that console. So if it's a handheld that can handle, Xbox One, PS4 quality games.
Yeah, what?
That would be...
Never seen anything like that.
No, nothing. I mean, the closest we get is PS Vita. And that, I mean, for a handheld console, that's amazing. Games look really good. But if you can design games on a portable system for the major consoles right now, that's huge. That's like unheard of.
So when are we going to find out for sure?
It's coming out March.
That's insane.
That's insane.
How do we know so little about it?
I think it's pretty good that we don't know anything on it, but it is surprising because it's close. You'd think they'd want to promote it a lot more. E3 already happened. They didn't announce anything there. And then they just had Comic-Con. It's not that's not a big gaming thing, but
No, but they do. I mean, well, wait. Where'd you hear about the Sonic stuff? Where'd that come
I don't
out
know.
from?
It was just it was like an anniversary show
Oh,
that they
so
were having.
that was just
so just happened
just
to
a
be
timing thing?
Yeah,
I thought it
just
was like-
during Comic-Con or something.
that's nuts.
I mean, there's a lot of video games that get announced at Comic-Con. They just announced Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 for Xbox One
Oh, that's right. That's right.
and PS4.
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe it's a strategy thing for Nintendo because when they announce, they're going to be the only ones announcing something because everyone just announced stuff at E3.
Right.
Or not announced, but when they reveal info on it, it's
And
going to be the only thing people are talking about.
It's such a random time for a console to come out. Like they had the
Yeah.
Wii U come out a little before
Yeah, I
Xbox
think-
One and PS4.
Oh, okay.
Just like the Wii. The Wii came out way before 360 and PS3.
I was just thinking even time of year. It came out like right before Christmas.
Right,
so
right.
It was like holiday sales
Right,
through the
right.
roof.
So I don't know. It's just exciting to hear more things about it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing shown. There's nothing, nothing concrete yet. But it's cool.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested. They're always, I don't know, Nintendo's weird.
Nintendo is weird.
They're weird and awesome. So that sounds like such a crazy like Tony Stark invention.
It
like,
totally. That's
taking the controllers
The
off.
screen obviously will be touch screen, so
Yeah.
you just I don't know. You'll have to see how it looks because it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for me in games, anyways.
I've been playing a lot of Costume Quest.
Did you figure out that quest, by the way?
Yes.
Okay,
I
what
had to
happened?
get 2 cards.
Where was the second card?
I
Just had to beat someone,
just bought. Yeah, I fought someone in like the next area.
and then you got an extra card.
Yeah, I got another one, but it's weird because they don't tell you that.
Right. I guess there were quests early on in the game that you had to do the same thing, but you probably already had the card at that point, so you
Maybe.
didn't notice.
Yeah, because you talked. There's one in like every area, and I just did another one. It's the same thing. It was like, hey, can you find this card for me? I defeated someone. I got the card. I went back. It's like, nope. So then I had to go get another one, and then I went back. So, but anyways, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Costume Quest 2. I think it's just fun, and I'm kind of like I have now started a couple other games, so I'm feeling like I need to finish some stuff. I still haven't gone back to beat Metal Gear Solid because I haven't had my PlayStation hooked up, but I should. I really, really should. But I think I might be close to the end of Costume Quest. I don't know. I'm getting to the point where like
Where are you right now?
I just left the research facility, and I'm trying to get into Dr. White's office.
Is it like a
basically.
big mouth or a big tooth or something that you have to get into?
Yes.
Okay, yep.
Really?
Close. You're close, yeah.
Yeah, so like we kick a tooth out of this big like
Yes.
statue thing, and we actually just went back like into the tooth or something like that. So
Because that takes you through the sewers, right? You have to
Yes.
go through the sewers, yeah.
yeah, so I think I'm pretty close to the end. I played it for hours last night, and that's super fun. But recently, I also started Banner Saga 2. It was another Xbox Live, free with live game, free with gold, games with gold.
Oh, they announced the new Games with Gold.
Really? Hang on, let me tell you about Banner Saga. And then.
Yes.
So I never played the first one because that's
I
how
don't even know
Xbox is doing things.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's available on
Yeah,
Xbox.
is it a PC game or something? I don't know.
To my knowledge, yeah.
Okay, so let me just say this. Super weird game for me so far. I don't play a lot of like strategy. Like it feels to me like a mixture of, let's see, I put it down. It's like a mixture of a Telltale game meets Gauntlet meets chess. Or maybe Risk. I don't know. But for the first like half an hour of the game, you're reading like long instructional paragraphs.
Okay.
And the fighting is so strange, but it starts off and they teach you to fight, but then since my fighting tutorial, I've played for a little while and I haven't gotten to another fight. So I don't know when you fight things.
Really?
Yeah, but the animation is super cool. It's like the equivalent of, I don't know, watching like a Disney animated film or
What's that one? Dragon Slayer. Is it like that?
it's no, because you're reading things like when it's similar to Telltale in the sense that it'll say like, do you want to respond like this? It's like say nothing, ask this question. But there's no actual moving. They just show a standstill shot of the characters. other than some little animations like maybe hair blowing in the wind or something like that. Mm-hmm. But basically, at the beginning, you pick one of two characters. There's a male and a female character. They're both archers, I think. I picked the female character. She's got this really cool costume. And
Is she hot?
she's a pretty little lady.
Is she hot?
You got to play the game to find out,
Can I
Tim.
date her, Brett?
She's not real.
I'm so alone.
So, so I picked her, and the whole thing is you have this whole caravan of people, and part of the object of the game is you have to pick when to camp, when to get in the boat and travel. You're trying to get to this land that's supposed to be safe, and avoiding like this weird race of people or I forget what it is. I only sat down and played it for one session, so I don't have all the names and stuff. But you're also with this other race of creatures that are huge human type people or human type creatures with horns coming out of their foreheads, almost like a Hellboy type thing.
Okay.
But they look like Vikings. They're like these giant Vikings with horns. So you're traveling and you need to decide like what rations to give people, and it has like there's an info bar at the top of the screen that says how many days worth of food you have, and then if you use food, the morale of your camp goes up. If you're there for too long, or if you're there for a while, your camp is well rested. If you travel for too long, people start to get angry, and then slowly people will start to say things about you as a leader, and yeah, so it's just there's a lot of things to pay attention to, and in the meantime, there's stories building with different characters. Like one of the guys who I think he's one of the leaders of the race with the horns, and so he comes over and he's like, keep in mind that you need a good like number 2 man basically, but then you don't make any decisions or anything. But I feel like they're setting it up where at one point you might have to like decide whether you want him to lead with you. So it's just a very like a really strategy driven game. The fights are cool. It's almost like a mixture of turn based and well, I don't know. It's like turn-based, but well, I guess it technically is turn-based because it's only one at a time. But even when you're doing your turn, like this is why there's so many just like instructions at the beginning. You have to select like who you're going to hit, whether you're going to add like a star to your attack, because if you add a star, it like has a better chance of weakening them. But if you don't, there's also a benefit. So there's just all these strategic moves. I haven't played long enough to know. At this point, I can't tell if it's going to be like, if I'm really going to get into it, or if it's just going to be so involved that I can't even play it.
There's a few games that I've played like that.
Yeah, so I know it's a big thing. Like strategy games are really, really cool, and some people just that's how they think and that's how they want to play. For me, I think because I'm also playing Costume Quest 2, there's just so much reading. This game looks beautiful. Banner Saga looks so cool.
Yeah, that was one of my like drawing points to it. Like, just the art itself looks really, really awesome. Like very hand drawn and
totally. It totally looks like an old animated film. And there is actually a cinematic that you can choose. It says recap on the main menu, which leads me to believe maybe you can't get it everywhere, know, because they anticipate people might not be able to. And it gives you the whole backstory, and it's pretty simple, like you're a people that was driven out of your land type thing, and you're on the defense now, and it's really cool. I think I need to sit down and put like an hour or two into it to see. I haven't even gotten to see, like I said, another fight yet, or because it might be too confusing to even fight.
Right.
I was like, okay, this all looks cool, but in the moment, like, I don't know how I'm going to figure this out. But
yeah, because I can never play those, like Command and Conquer, those kind of strategy games.
Right.
They just way too involved, way too much like tedious. You got to make sure this base is good, so you got to, give it more materials and stuff. And it's those games, I'm always just like, nah.
Kind of makes you feel like, am I ever going to beat this game? Like,
right.
And I don't. This one, I love the aside from just the look, like it looks really great. The character designs are really cool. The weapons, I love that's like the Gauntlet-esque. Some of them are axe wielders, some of them are archers.
Any magic? Is there any magic in that game? Wizards or anything?
I think that's one of the things you can choose when you're fighting is whether you want to add like like a spell or something like that to your move. But I could be wrong. I think there is. I really should have played it longer before talking about it, probably. But
No, that's okay.
but it's little things like, okay, when you're fighting, one of the things you have to choose is you have to keep in mind a human takes up 1 square on your like fighting.
So it's like a grid.
It's a grid, yeah.
Okay.
But if you're one of the other creatures, the horned creatures, they take up 4. So you have to keep that in mind when you're moving because you need to be in close enough proximity to an enemy in order to hit them. Unless you're an archer, my character's an archer, you can hit them from afar, but you still have to line up your shot. So you could technically, you could potentially...
Wow.
Yeah, weird.
was a good
I'm
one.
not even trying to say technically right now. You could potentially use your turn just on moving because
Okay.
it's just a strategy to get closer.
So
That's the chess aspect.
All right. So you get like a number of moves. You can move 2 feet and then attack.
And then attack.
And that would be the end of your turn
Right.
or whatever. Okay.
What I need to figure out is like, can I move and then if I'm close enough, I can attack, or can I move and then decide whether I want to move again, but then I can't attack, but I'm in close proximity. So it's that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so I don't know if my brain is there right now because I've been bouncing back and forth between Costume Quest 2 and Gears of War. So
right. It's
I'm
like those are like mind numbing, like
exactly
relatively simple games. They're a little more advanced, but yeah, going from that's a huge.
It's
huge
totally
difference.
different thing. So, but it's fun.
Fire Emblem is exactly how you're describing.
Oh, really?
Banner Saga. Yeah, Fire Emblem's just like that. Lots of talking, fights, and yeah, you pretty much describe Fire Emblem.
It's why I don't get into a lot of RPGs. I mean, I love RPG elements of like leveling up, and I used to hate turn-based combat, but I've really grown to like it now.
It's a tough thing to get used to.
Yeah.
I like it, but
Yeah, I like it now, and especially once you get into like leveling up characters and upgrades and stuff like that, it's cool because then it changes, your strategy in battle and stuff. So I might end up liking this. It's been fun, like seeing all the new aspects of it. But every time they show me something new, I'm kind of like, okay, but how do I do the last thing?
I
Like,
need to still figure out how to move.
yeah. So yeah, and right now there are 3 different. I've seen 3 different like aspects of it. One is in battle. One is in like a camp, and during the camp you can select the tent where all the people are staying. Or so far at every campsite you can select like, this is like the hero's house where you can go in, you can set up your team, and you can talk to a certain guy. And there will be little hints like, oh, I heard the leader of this army is over there. You should go talk to him, like stuff like that. And then there's when you're on the boat traveling. And that's mostly conversational. It'll be like, this guy walked up and started complaining about you. Do you decide to respond angrily or do you not say anything? And so like once I picked not say anything, and some woman that was with me was like, who's like higher up than me or something, was like, oh, I'm glad to see you have good reserve. So that's like the telltale aspect.
Right. I love when games have the decision making.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of my favorites.
So it's got a lot of different elements of things that I really like, and it's so, I just love the look of it so much. And I'll say lastly, because I've talked about it long enough, but when you're fighting, like during the tutorial, it does look really cool.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, some people might look at it and be like, what the hell was Brett talking about? But it's like, it's just because the characters look animated and they look so cool. So when you select their move and they move and then attack, it just looks cool to me. I don't know. I just like it. So Banner Saga 2, I will talk more about it after I get into the game, because right now it's just learning. It's like so many different pieces to this puzzle.
Yeah. And that, if it's anything like Fire Emblem, that will go on for a few hours for sure. Where
Really?
it's just
Just-
like, yeah, each level is a tutorial because it's like, and now you can select 2 people at once, and
Right,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
to like number their moves, and like it'll take a while to actually get going, but when it does, it obviously.
I imagine there's got to be a payoff at some point where you're like in it and you're like, all right, this is sweet.
Yeah, it's like battle after battle, and
Yeah.
it's like they just let you go. They're like, we taught you everything. Go and
Exactly.
battle. So I assume it'll get to that point.
Yeah.
And that's always fun when they're not holding your hand anymore, and you're like, all right, this is
Yeah,
good.
they let me loose. Maybe I can show it to you later because I want to play a little bit.
Yeah, I have it downloaded, but I really want to play the first one. I have a hard time playing sequels.
I get that, and I think something shifted in me recently because I used to be the same way. I'd be like, I'm not even going to look at that game. But with the games with gold, I'm like, Costume Quest, like I could go back and play the first one.
Yeah.
It's just like a fun game. This is a game, I think my logic is I almost never would have played the games because there's other stuff on my radar. But since they're free,
Why not?
it's like I'll check it out, and it's every game kind of stands on its own a little bit. There are some things like we've talked about, like an Uncharted or something like that, where you really should play earlier ones. You should know who you are and what you're doing. But little games like these that are coming out, not little, that sounds insulting, but you know, I'm okay with it. I'm like, oh, it's just another game I get to play. That's sweet. You should. Sounds like someone fell down. So you got games with gold this month?
August games were announced, and this is a very solid list.
Can I just say this is almost always how I find out about them now?
'Cause
We're doing a podcast, and you're like, "Oh, they announced this,"
Yep.
and I'm like, "What? Tell me."
I like to bring the word because
It's great.
People like the system. So
I'm excited.
So for Xbox One,
Yeah, what do we
it
got?
is Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate.
What is that?
It is like Dynasty Warriors. You
Oh.
know that game I was playing where you defeat a million guys at once.
Yeah, it's like 99 Nights and
exactly.
stuff like
You
that.
played that?
No, I watched you play it.
Oh, that's funny.
You impressed?
Yeah, I am impressed. That came out of nowhere. That's a hidden gem.
I have weird little knowledge in my brain.
That's good.
Yeah.
99 Nights is sweet. So that's coming out.
Okay.
And the other one is
Is that did you say 3?
3.
So now it's not even sequels anymore?
Dynasty Warriors is kind of weird because you don't need to play any of the other
They're
ones.
individual stories.
Pretty
kind of
much,
things,
yeah. Like, or it's stories you won't get. There's hundreds of characters, and it's like Kuei Chin and Chin Kuei, and
Yeah.
like there's a million characters that you'll never know any of them.
So just enjoy the game.
Yes,
or don't.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just kill everyone. That's the game. The other
right.
one is WWE 2K16,
Wow.
which is surprising because
Pretty recent.
yeah, it's pretty recent. This one's pretty fun because it has its own career mode. Which the other ones do, but this one's cool because you get to kind of form what your wrestler's like. You could be a villain wrestler or a good
You
wrestler.
make your own?
Yeah, you make your own,
That's
and
cool.
There's like decisions you can make. Like there's fights going on where you can go in and help whatever I don't know any wrestlers, but you help a bad wrestler or a good wrestler, and that determines what kind of wrestler you are. So
That's cool.
it's pretty cool.
I'll say I just don't care about wrestling.
Yeah, I like the wrestling games.
They can be fun. There's one I used to play a long time ago. I think it was like on Super Nintendo or something. But I haven't played it in a
N64 had
long
some pretty
time.
good ones.
Oh, it was N64 actually. I can't remember. It was like NWO.
NWA.
Nope,
Okay.
it was not an NWA wrestling game. That'd
I'd
be
play
sweet,
that.
though. So, but I mean, I'll try it.
Yeah,
I'll
I don't
download
like
it.
wrestling otherwise though. Like,
Isn't it weird? Like when you think about it, wrestling is just like guys who pretend to be superheroes and fight each other, right? Like they each have their own costume, their own identity. Not superheroes, but you know what I mean? It's got that same aspect of like,
kind of heroes, I guess, because they are wearing masks. Or sometimes,
you know, they all have their own like moniker, their own thing. And so I get why people are into it. And you would think that I would be because of all the other things that capture my attention. But I don't care.
I don't either. And I mean, we don't have to like everything.
No. I
People
do what
like
I want.
Carls. I was gonna say cars, but it came out as like
cars.
Carls.
Yeah. Carl.
People like
Coral.
Coral. So yeah, wrestling's wrestling. It's just interesting to see that, and the two other ones, which are
tell me,
the better ones. So these are the 360 games. Spelunky. Do you know what that one is?
No.
Spelunky's pretty cool. It's like a mining game.
Okay.
Where you have to go and like collect materials and then keep going as far as you can.
Yeah.
Either until you die or you beat it. But you like get money and then you get yourself stronger and then you go back through the dungeon again.
Get money.
Get money! And the other one that I think is the best one out of all of them, Beyond Good and Evil. HD.
No way. Dude.
Dude. Dude.
Woo!
Wow.
Did it peak? It didn't peak, I don't think. That's super exciting.
That's super. Have you played it?
No.
Oh my God.
That's why I'm excited. I'm sorry.
You stopped my heart for a second.
Wake up. That was oh, punch my elbow.
My knuckles. Oh.
That was a
Anyways,
weird spot. I hate you.
I know it's like my heart.
It's not, your heart is not in your
Dude,
right
my heart's
shoulder.
right here. I'm a weird kid. Anyways, I know our little stance.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So,
Games with gold.
one last thing and then you're free.
We should get a sponsor. What?
Games with Gold, yeah. Telltale announced with the new Batman Telltale game, there's going to be multiplayer.
Really?
Yes.
How the heck does that work?
It's going to be, it's like a audience picks type deal. So you connect your phones to the Xbox or whatever
Okay.
system. And the idea is like if you have a group of, 5 people or whatever,
Yeah.
everyone votes on what decision they want. And then that'll happen, in the game.
Interesting.
It's a really cool idea.
That is cool.
So, you can have a bunch of friends over and it's like, all right, let's play Batman. So everyone pulls out their phones, picks, whatever it is.
it's like when you play the
Fibbage.
yeah.
Yes.
The Jack games or
Yes. Mm-hmm.
whatever. Yeah. Which if you haven't done that, it's super fun.
Yeah, the
You can do it.
Jackbox games.
Jackbox.
Mhm. There's a bunch of them. They're really cool.
So fun. Fibbage is the jam. Dude, you know what would be sick is to do like a big event, play Batman on like a projector screen and have people go to like an auditorium.
They could do that in theaters. Like it's
and the whole audience.
votes. Yeah, I don't know what the limit is. I don't know how many people can do it.
That would be sick though.
It would be sick. Because it's like you're what?
This wire just like there's been a lot of spiders in here lately.
Oh.
I thought one was on me.
I heard there was a giant one.
It's
by
not.
the
She's
door.
exaggerating.
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit, but it's not small. I don't like it.
Is it still alive?
Oh yeah. You
I'm a
gonna eat it?
frog, yeah. Anyways, I think that's a really cool
That
thing.
is super cool.
Because I played Walking Dead with a bunch of friends, and we just kind of like decided on the decisions.
Right.
Like I had the controller, and then we all talked about it. Like,
so
what
now
do we
you can
want?
actually just
Right now. So I mean, you could have some jerks in the group who's like, "No, I want Batman to kill this guy,
Yeah,
snap
right.
his neck," and I'm like, "No, Batman would never do that."
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Telltale's smart. I really like that. So I guess that's kind of all of it.
For now,
Yeah, I just want to go play video games now.
I know.
Every time, dude. Every time. I bought action figures from our talks.
our talks. See, this podcast is.
Can you see? Yeah, you can see some of my Spawn figures back here.
It's so cool.
Series 1. I got 4 out of the 6 figures from Series 1. So I have 2 more to get.
That's awesome. And the cars.
Yeah, then they have 2 vehicles, which I'm like, am I going to buy the vehicles? And
And
I'm
the-
like, yeah,
and
maybe.
the-
Spawn Alley.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Valley.
And dude, okay, so I was looking into them. All the series get crazy after that. Like Series 3 is like this comic Wetworks and like
I've heard of what word.
Chaos, and Series 3 is like 4 different lines of figures and stuff. But you know what I found that I think I'm going to try to get next?
What?
They put out Fantastic Mr. Fox figures,
Oh,
and there's only 4 of them that
that's
I could
kind of
find.
creepy. Are they like?
But what's so cool
Yeah.
is they're just like what you see in the movie.
Okay.
It's the same thing. I don't think they're plastic. I think they're like furry and stuff.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
I know, but I love it. And I love that movie so much. But
That's yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna look. They have like the rat that Willem Dafoe plays, which is like you've seen that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, anyways, it's just
That's cool. That's an interesting next pick. Like
Yeah.
I don't think
just
I
because
would
I
ever
saw
thought-
it and I was like, that's super sweet,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know they made them, and there aren't that many, so it's not a huge commitment.
So who are the characters? Who do they have?
They have.
Mr. Fox.
Yep, and then Ash, his like nephew and he has like the sock mask
Yes.
when they're trying to steal the chickens.
Love it.
And then I
Can you
forget.
take it off? You think?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't actually seen one in person yet. And then I forget his name. Is it Kylie? The one that I think Bill Murray plays him. He's like his friend, his like lawyer friend or something.
Yes.
Like that.
I don't remember.
You know
his
what I'm
name.
talking about.
Yeah,
though.
I do.
I think it's him and then the rat. So I think it's just those 4. But
That's cool.
Anyways, yeah. Our talks motivate me to do things
Things,
sometimes.
crazy things.
Speaking of crazy things, I mean, we can't really say too much because it's all in the process, but we're going to have some major changes,
Again with this change,
right? I mean, I'm not wrong.
No, you are. You're right.
It's not, I mean, if you're just a podcast listener, not much is going to change.
Yeah, you'll be doing the same thing you've been doing every week.
But things are going to be changing around here. It's going to be, it's a kind of a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, at least in the YouTube.
Yeah,
realm.
in the YouTube realm. And we got some work to do, man.
Today's the day.
But we'll have some updates for you guys, and some more info on the vagueness that I'm talking about
we're
right
just
now.
So
We didn't talk about the Blair Witch trailer,
I didn't see the trailer. I just heard all the buzz around it.
We'll see you guys next time. Really, I'll make you watch it, and then we'll talk about it next
Okay.
Okay, thank you for listening or watching,
Yes.
whatever you do.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate you.
Follow us on Facebook. If you don't follow us on Facebook, I'm going to send you there
Why
because that's where we're going
should
to put
they?
that's where we're going to put updates on the things that are happening. I think
True.
that's what we should do. Mm-hmm. We're not. Admittedly, we're pretty bad at social media.
We're pretty bad. That's why people hire people to be social media.
Yeah, but we can't afford even to host our podcast right now on SoundCloud.
So this is going nowhere.
But we really appreciate. Honestly, we do see like the likes and the follows on SoundCloud, and that is everything.
Yeah,
that's
that is
super awesome.
It's awesome.
To know that it's not just me and Tim here. I mean, honestly, let me be real. This is just what we'd be doing anyways.
Yeah, that's true. We
But-
just decide to record it.
Yeah, and we want to be friends with you. So thanks for joining us. Maybe we can talk more specific changes next week. What do you think our time span is here?
It really depends when we start working on it.
Right now,
Maybe next week.
next week,
Maybe the week after. We got to establish everything first.
2017.
2017 is a good guess.
I hope that this is like real suspenseful for people and they're excited. I hope you're excited. They're probably just like, "Oh God, is this over?" And it is. So bye.
See ya. Wait, phones are actually reflections of your voice talking to yourself. When you say hello, I say goodbye.